Greetings and welcome back, everyone. Now, I know it's been a while. Things happen. Sometimes it's unavoidable. However, I am now back to recording, so I don't really want to waste time. So, of course, I'm going to be watching some more Bakemonogatari. And at the end of the last episode, we had Uraragi and the new girl with Meme. I think that's where they were. Discussing her beast arm thing and a potential way of getting rid of it. And yeah, it has actually been a while since I saw the last episode, so before I forget any of it, or any more of it if I have forgotten anything, I'm just going to get straight into it. Which one of them is it? Oh. What? That would be a weird present. Where did the mother get it from? I like how the rest of the students are all the same. They're all like one big conformity. Wow. But how injured were they? Considering it's just basically told us that as a child she murdered 4 children. This is why you don't wish on any potentially dangerous artifacts you find in a box. Especially that have any connotations in our world and what that could mean or turn into. Fair enough. To try and get her to join in or join the team. For her own safety. Was this the beginning of her fascination? I think carrying the guilt of potentially being the reason behind the other kids. Was she that easily swayed by it? So she gave you an item which can grant any of your own wishes, but with ironic consequences, to teach you that you shouldn't use it? so that's something she couldn't overcome. It seemed to have grown because it was, yeah. I did notice that because it was just the wrist a second ago. Did she pick up the wrong one? Is there also a monkey's paw in a different box? Or it became engorged by her desire to get rid of him, and hence became its own spirit, as they said there. I can't remember the first song for Bakemonogatari, but I think this is maybe my least favourite out of the three so far. Still good, but I'm not... Like, a ballad type music isn't really my go-to, so... See, we haven't really seen much of Senju recently, at least. I didn't have time to read much of that long sentence, or many of these. So, what is the solution that he has come up with? Because it's not a god that he can have a meeting with, like with the crab. Does she have to pay as well? Is it because she has to overcome like this pact herself? Well, he could easily do that, but does it count because he can heal? Which means that she can't, or wouldn't be able to continue with basketball. She can't regenerate like he can. Only slightly. He has a point, but he does see the best in everyone. That's, why he tried to help everyone in the first place. Even if he is a bit of a pervert. Because it was easier. This seems to be a rather vicious devil. Is she particularly violent? Ah, justice, at least in her eyes. Clever. The devil makes a pact with your subconscious. Nice. Devious. Exactly what you would expect from a devil. I would both love and hate to know what my subconscious is thinking. Is one way of not having to admit that she had part of it. It didn't. Yeah, it didn't meld with her, did it? And then it grew. There we go. So, so if it keeps grinding, it would overtake her, like entirely. Oh, I don't know why I'm accepting that as being yeah, that's fine. He can heal, so that yeah, it is fine. But it's just so she's not in a fetal position in the corner when she's feeding. You don't want to give up all of your blood beforehand. I doubt he has a. Yeah, I doubt he thinks he's gonna win this as well. Would it work if you just convinced the devil that he died? So if they try and kill him but can't kill him, oh, you failed. Okay. I'm trying to work out these power levels and how letting Shinobu bite him helps. Well, why has he got the bag in the first place? What's in it? Let him take out the special ex machina to save the day. Because it's him. Is it because he understands her or accepts it? I don't know. Plus, maybe the fact that he can't really be killed has distorted his thinking slightly. Because he doesn't really have to worry about being hurt. Apart from the pain. So he's got to win. The demon has to kill him or give up. Or like Senju or Hachikuchi somehow saves the day. Full beast mode straight away. Although holding back slightly, it looks. Ow. Is it because it's not. Yeah. It wasn't subconscious, but she wanted to fight him as well. The easier way out, yes, but. Shinobu has a sword. Cool. Um, is it going to go through the entire thing of them trying to work it all out and, in a way, to defuse the arm from her? They're going to end up cutting it off anyway. You removed her memories. Yeah. Did as what was wished. I doubt that. Just tell yourself it. When you resign yourself to an acceptance like that, even if you don't believe it. Wow. I'm enjoying the artistic side where it's all different colours, and that is his intestine. So he's got a shattered arm, a hole through his chest, and missing quite a few feet of intestine now. Is she not happy that he's allowing himself to be beaten up? Was that in his bag? See, it's these grey areas. Technically, this will. Oh, so she'll let him off this time. It won't touch her because that's what Kangaroo wants, isn't it? Her. How dare you? In her own way, she really cares for him. Probably, yeah. Even if he couldn't regenerate. Probably the only way that he really knows how, isn't it? I think thinking things through and asking for other people's opinions and help doesn't really cross his mind. Which means the demon would lose its host. She can't really return that, can she? Hmm. I'm not sure how I feel about that. It seems a bit mean, actually. It's like almost a bit of false hope there. I don't think there's any. I was going to say female, but males as well that he knows that are easy to deal with. She still has the arm. I like her outfit though. She's trying to be helpful. Does she still hold a grudge? Well, animosity towards him. It's not really a grudge. Okay. So she's no longer controlled, like by the arm, but she regained that face. She not regained, retained the strength of the arm. Um, as well as its aesthetics. I guess in the end, she didn't lose her arm. But that's a plus. And she got rid of the demon, devil, whatever. Plus, she still has to live with the fact that she, if not herself, but facilitated the deaths of several children. and the attempted murders of Araragi. As well as having it was left arm, wasn't it? Yeah. Mutated beast paw left arm. It doesn't look too bad when she has it all wrapped up. But how long could she keep that hidden from everyone? Then again, this show isn't really about hiding abilities, is it? Because everyone else in this world basically doesn't exist. Which is kind of how I feel about my life, yeah. Anyone that I don't see or talk to, might as well just not exist. It's quite a good way of looking at things until you become really nihilistic and start to wonder about the universe and life in general. Both Senjukahara and Ashino, in their own way, know how to read right through people and get across their point, and they're both pretty damn intelligent. I do like Ashino Meme. I can't remember how they pronounced it. He's just like, any problems, he probably has some sort of answer that he'll give to you in a roundabout sort of way. It might help, it might get you killed. Who knows? Let's try it anyway. But first, pay me. We got a little bit more of Shinobu as well, a character that everyone seems ecstatic about, but I've had very little interaction, and she's had quite small screen time. I wonder at what point they'll get to her little story segments. But I'm guessing that is the end of this particular arc, so it could move on to her next time, since it revved it up and showed a bit more her now. That's a possibility. I did like quite a lot of the art style and the art direction of this episode. Especially it seemed almost in a way of censoring itself by having like a multicoloured art exhibition instead of blood. Even if it did switch back at the end when it wasn't spurting around everywhere, but you know my point. But my god, does everyone in this show need some horrid backstory? I mean, I know everyone's life isn't, 100% amazing sunshine and rainbows the entire time. But whoa, can we not lighten it up slightly every now and again? But anyway, I've run out of time, or at least I will run out of time if I don't hurry up. So, if you've enjoyed the episode and my thoughts on it, as well as anything else that might have caught your interest, let me know down below in the comment section, or liking the video. And of course, if you can think of ways to help me make the channel any better, leave that as well. Checking the description for any links that might seem interesting to you, including a link to my anime list where you can see everything that's been suggested, everything that's being planned to watch at some point in the future, and a link to the Discord as well, so you can come and chat whenever I'm online. You don't have to wait for a YouTube comment reply, because that's not really personal, is it? I will say that I am enjoying Bakemonogatari quite a lot, and the fact that it's really small arcs, but overall there's a longer storyline, but I'm not sure how connected it is. It keeps it interesting because it keeps switching it up. And it's a good way of introducing things rather than just too quickly or drip feeding it too slowly. I think if it wasn't split up into these mini stories, it would be too slow of an introduction to everything. But it's doing well. The guys knew what they were doing when they were writing this, so hopefully you haven't had enough of my stupid face, and you'll come back for more. But until that time, you should probably stay about adequate. Don't know what time it is for you, but for me it's quite early/late. Work it out. So, get some sleep.